eyes on Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg, who met privately with lawmakers today before he gets set to sit in the hot seat on Capitol Hill for the first time. Zuckerberg will appear before the Senate tomorrow and the House on Wednesday to discuss the company's ongoing data privacy scandal and how it failed to safeguard other abuses of its service. Joining me now to discuss, Madison Jessiotto, National Diversity Coalition for Trump advisor, Beverly Hallberg, District Media Group President, and Ford O'Connell, Civic Forum PAC Chairman and political analyst. Let me start with you, Beverly. We know Mark Zuckerberg wore a suit today. Hey, Larry Kudlow, he was going off. He's like, I hope my man doesn't show up in a hoodie. And he got some media training and some coaching. He's contrite. But is he going to do enough? Is he going to go do enough to get out of D.C. unscathed without Washington changing the company's entire business model?
Well, the fact that he's already apologized, I think, shows how bad it is for Facebook right now. I don't think this is the typical brand of Zuckerberg, like you mentioned. He's used to being this brazen, young innovator. And for him to wear a suit, for him to already apologize, I do think it's the right move, but I think he's in a world of hurt right now. They are trying to make him seem humble, and there's a reason why, and that is people are extremely concerned about their data. There are really three different areas that he needs to focus on. One is the fact that he needs to make people feel comfortable that their privacy is protected. The other part is that Facebook doesn't make money unless they sell ads. They need to keep their advertisers happy. And finally, and I think this is the most important, they need to make sure that their massive central database cannot be hacked, especially by foreign actors. I'm not sure if he can accomplish all three in the committee hearing, but he's going to have to start.
Well, he's got a big test coming up with our midterm elections. Also, there's a key passage from Wednesday's House testimony that we've got an advanced look at, and I want to share it with the audience. But I want to be clear about what our priority is. Protecting our community is more important than maximizing our profits. Madison, are you comfortable that that's the truth, that that's going to be true when this company, which has been an amazing stock, starts having trouble meeting Wall Street expectations, that they will not revert back to doing things that will make them more profitable?
Well, that hasn't been true so far. As we've seen, they've been all about maximizing profits above all else. And what this has gone to show us, the American people, is that, this digital utopia is not free from minefields, and our privacy rights are not protected. When we do things like quizzes online, a lot of people just think you're giving away just your email address. In a lot of cases, there's upwards of dozens of data points given away when you're doing things like that. And Facebook and these other outlets that have done things like this have not been clear about what you're giving up. So it's a very gray area that people aren't aware of what's going on. And what's going to happen when Mark Zuckerberg testifies and talks to Congress is he's going to have to give up the facts, and then we're going to have to sit back and determine, are there enough regulations here? Do we need to put more and have regulations that already exist been violated by Facebook?
Connell, this has been a series of mistakes on the part of Facebook, including the way they handled this, how long it took them to initially react to it, and then they reacted in a statement on Facebook. They've been playing catch up all this time. And you have to wonder if Mark Zuckerberg really is getting the message, or if a bunch of consultants said, hey, you need to say this and do this. Do you think in his core he gets what's happening here?
I'm not sure that he actually does get what's happening, because I would actually argue these are virtue signaling Silicon Valley robber baron. I think what's clear here is he's built a machine that he effectively can't manage. And frankly, it's not only his neck on the line and the employees at Facebook. Look, Google and Twitter are going to be keen on this as well, because essentially they are also operating a free platform where the client, people like us, are in fact the product. And I think what's also a little bit shocking here is how much Silicon Valley is jumping down his throat, particularly Tim Cook at Apple. The stock's dropped 15% in the last 3 weeks. I don't think that Congress really can figure out, because of the disagreement between Democrats and Republicans, how to regulate Facebook, but I will say he's walking a fine line.
Although, Beverly, he's got both sides of the aisle upset now.
Yeah, this is unified D.C. and the rest of the country. Who would have thought Mark Zuckerberg could do that?
He's a uniter.
He is. But I am fearful of what people are going to say the solution is to this. I don't think it's more government regulation. Let's make sure that we keep in mind that the data breach with OPM was a government issue. So I want us to stay away from government regulation. But I do think that as individuals, what this is doing is teaching us how our data can be used. I think it starts with each one of us determining whether whether or not we want to use Facebook, whether or not we want to take a personality quiz. We need to protect ourselves because I don't think we can trust these entities to do so.
Yeah, we're going to have to think twice before pouring our soul out to the Ethernet. Thank you all very much. Next.
Thank you.
Charlie.